done over 25 deals in the last 15 years. But the two transactions that are most memorable to me, and probably the most impact that they've had on my life and my family's life, first was our acquisition of Smythe Kramer, which 15 years ago brought me to Cleveland, and was the largest deal that Howard Hanna Real Estate as a family business had ever done. The McKelvey family that owned it, the company, we were excited and honored that they would call us and have us come to Cleveland to take a look at their business. But at the time, it was really a marriage of equals. Smythe Kramer was the 24th largest real estate brokerage firm in the country. We were the 23rd. And together we emerged to become, at that time, I think the 9th or 10th largest company. And that had a lot of complexity to it. The deal itself was a pretty easy negotiation because we're like-minded, but the integration post-deal of bringing a new brand to the market with a 100-year-old brand and a legacy and bringing all the best cultures together was a significant undertaking. Followed up shortly thereafter, that was 2003, and then in 2008, just here in Cleveland as well, we acquired Realty One, which was the other sort of venerable household brokerage name. They were, Smythe Kramer had grown to be number one, Realty One was number two, and that was really an in-market deal. And we even say within our own family that the Smythe Kramer deal was that first huge deal to a new market that we did, that people will say that was a huge statement. I always say that the Realty One deal was the one that really changed our focus. It was 2008. Some people would say, why would you be buying a real estate brokerage business in Cleveland, Ohio in 2008 when you reflect and look at that? But that the integration that brought together for our business and the catalyst that it created for future growth has been amazing. So when you look at market share and the importance of market share, for at least for me, where we do business is that I pay more attention to market share probably than any other metric or KPI that we look at. We're doing business in markets like Cleveland and Buffalo, Detroit, Pittsburgh, markets that don't necessarily have great growth year over year. So we have to look at how we create a lasting input to the market it is. And so taking those market shares and focusing on them and saying, how do we grow that? Whether it's through acquisition or whether it's organic, and always looking at that strategy and how it affects us. So our thought process of what we're looking for in terms of strategic acquisitions, if it's in a new market, and we define, as of today, our market, which would be really mid-Atlantic, Midwest cities, we really only target in those new cities. If it's a new market we're going, we would only want to do a deal with number one or number two in a marketplace. That's been great success to our strategy. As good as we think we are, we don't think we're turnaround experts, and we don't think that we can come into a metropolitan marketplace and take number 5 and really try to grow with de novo acquisitions on top of it. So that's worked for us over the years, is targeting number 1 or number 2 in the marketplace. We like to look at a culture of a company, being that our core business is the brokerage business, but then saying, how can we add on to that our mortgage, our title, our insurance divisions to sort of create a one-stop shopping basis. And that doesn't mean that a company has to have those businesses. In fact, sometimes we prefer when they don't, because we can bring that new culture in, but it has to be a culture that's willing to accept that with their clients and customers. To the adverse, in markets where we already are, we believe that we probably in our industry are officed enough, so we look and say, how can we create some greater consolidation, have best practices, and really as competitors make sure that philosophy fits and the culture fits.